Well, hello everyone. Thank you for coming today to celebrate the YPI final presentations at West Carleton Secondary School. My name is Ahmed El-Hamad, and I, along with Mr. Mountainay, will be your MCs for today's event. This is an amazing, positive opportunity for our community in these challenging times.
I would like to begin by acknowledging that the land that on which we are gathered is the traditional unceded territory of the Algonquin Anishinaabe people. For thousands of years, this region has been a place of meeting, trade, and settlement, and is still home to many Indigenous Turtle Island. Land recognition is a tradition of showing appreciation and respect that goes back centuries in many Indigenous cultures. Today, it is an act of reconciliation that reminds us of our relationship to the land where we work, live, and learn, and asks us to consider how we are honoring and upholding the rights of Indigenous people.
Thank you so much for hosting this wonderful event online for the second year in a row. It is such a privilege, such a pleasure, such an honor to partner with West Carleton and with all of the students at your wonderful school. For the past 18 years, YPI has worked with hundreds of secondary schools, charities, and funding partners across Canada to shift real grant-making power to the young people and to give them an authentic platform to speak up about the issues and services that matter to them in their own communities. So YPI is a program where young people, teachers, charity professionals, and funders all work together across sectors to provide funding to local charities to show our support and solidarity with equity-seeking people and to contribute to the conditions for systemic social change, big, lofty goals through this deep youth-led research and advocacy, greater public awareness and support, and through more connected and compassionate communities. None of that is possible without partnerships with great schools like you.
And I'd like to thank YPI for, being the supportive entity to all of this, the overarching one that has really created something very special, touching many people's lives. And I'd like to thank the charities that are involved in this. And so on behalf of the province of Ontario, I say welcome, thank you, and congratulations to the finalists. You've come so far, and to every student, everyone that's been involved in this. Because when we give back, when we give of ourselves, we change our communities and we make ourselves better people. So it's when you contribute from yourself, contribute what you have to offer, whether that's simply kindness, which is the essence of good, or if it is inspiring others to be involved. And in this case, there are substantial dollars that will go to the charity. And that will benefit everyone. So family, friends, and community. Everything comes back to family, friends, and community. And so what you're learning now is so incredibly important for the rest of your life. And learning to be kind, and learning to think of others, and supporting others. You get that back in spades. So I just am so inspired by not only everyone involved, your teacher, your school, but also the fact that you are inspiring at this age to be involved and to be learning these things. It's tremendous.
Thank you to my fellow representatives who came today to demonstrate just how important we all feel that the work that you're doing is. I just wanted to say I'm so very proud of all of you. You are emblematic of the best thing about leadership. Leaders set the example. They set the tone. And here you are. You are advocating for compassion and for generosity and for the kind treatment of others. It's huge. And I'll echo something that Minister Fullerton said. The true measure of a life is the impact that your life has on the lives of others. That's what leaders do. They make that difference. And listen, we need your leadership now more than ever.
One of the best parts of my job has been able to interact with our local students in school and something I have missed during this pandemic. Thank you. And I look forward more than anything to go back to the school and speak with you among the students. It's the Ottawa Distress Center. The phone number 613-238-3311 is available 24 hours for whoever would like to speak to someone in confidential at the Ottawa Distress Center. So,
but one of the things that struck me right away was how significant the values in the community were. Whenever somebody needed help, there was always a hand reaching out to give that assistance. People rallied around wherever there was a need. And giving and sharing and supporting and helping is so much part of our rural bloodstream, as it were, that doing working on an initiative like the Youth Philanthropy Initiative is just totally aligned with the community values for the community in which West Carleton Secondary is located.
Hi, I'm Jim Watson, Mayor of the City of Ottawa, and it's my pleasure to welcome everyone to the annual Youth and Philanthropy Initiative event hosted at West Carleton Secondary School. Despite not being able to acknowledge you all in person, I'm happy to know that the 4 finalists will be advocating on behalf of 4 local charities here in the City of Ottawa. It is the commitment and dedication of youths like yourselves that make me proud to be the mayor of our beautiful city, and it's such a great place to live in.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for having me here today. My name is Toby Richardson, and today I'm going to be talking about an organization of the utmost importance to the well-being of children, CrossRoads Children's Mental Health Center. Before I begin, I'd like everybody to take a second and think of 5 children close to you. It could be sons, daughters, grandkids, cousins, or anyone. Now, please just take a second and imagine them, picture their faces, and think of what it would be like if one of them suffered through a mental health problem. That's today's reality, with 1 in 5 children suffering from social, behavioral, or emotional health problems. And that may well be the child you pictured. CrossRoads provides individualized mental health services for children up to 12 years old, struggling with severe emotional, behavioral, and social challenges. They work with the children who are often in the highest 1% of need, supporting them and their families with counseling, therapy, and essential supplies. Especially with the current lockdowns, awareness is one of the most important things a student like myself can get involved in. By spreading the message and being an advocate, you can inspire people to learn more about mental health. For example, this year, I'm working with Link Crew, a school club that focuses on welcoming, accepting, and helping the new students into our school. If I'm able to stress the importance of mental health, whether it be from workload, stress, or behavioral issues, these students can learn from me and hopefully start to understand the effects and importance of treating mental health issues. Like I said, this is something an estimated 1 in 5 people suffer from. If students are able to spread the message, whether it be by hosting speaker sessions with professionals, telling a friend about it, or even just being considerate of others' issues, it can and would make a viable difference. Obviously, donations are a massive help to any nonprofit organization, as it allows them to continue to provide the same quality of service. Students could organize fundraisers, host events, or even make personal donations.
West Carleton staff and fellow finalists. This past year has been challenging for all of us, and for many teenagers like myself, sports have been canceled for a large portion of the pandemic. This has been difficult because we've missed out on social interaction, fitness, and many of the positive aspects that come from playing sports. Not being able to play sports this year made me see how tough it can be for many kids who want to play, but their families can't afford it. I chose Kidsport Ottawa as my YPI charity because it allows kids to experience sports who wouldn't have otherwise had the opportunity. The purpose of Kidsport is to work to ensure that no kid is ever left watching from the sidelines. Through the power of organized sport, Kidsport enables kids and our communities to come together and thrive. There are many positive impacts that sports can have on a child, such as improved mental health, inspiring leadership, and making sure everyone is included. Kidsport started in 1993 with a goal to help families overcome the prohibitive cost of sport. Since then, over 820,000 children across Canada have been helped. Kidsport has expanded across the whole country with local chapters such as the one in Ottawa. COVID has presented many challenges for charities and especially for their fundraising opportunities. although there are still some ways that you can help to support kids sport in these challenging times. For example, planning a future event such as a bake sale or yard sale with proceeds going to kids sport taking place when COVID is over, or simply making an individual donation can also greatly help. Once the pandemic is finally over, it will open up a lot more opportunities. As with most charities, volunteers are needed for helping out in areas such as one-time events like golfing tournaments or ongoing positions as a part of the chapter committee. If you're a part of a business, workplaces can also do events in support of kids sport, such as Jersey Fridays or office hockey pools with proceeds going to kids sport.
Hello, my name is Jenna Heer, and today I'll be discussing the Ottawa Safety Council. Created in 1957, the OSC is a not-for-profit organization that promotes road safety to all members of the community. There are many programs such as motorcycle training, their crossing guard program, road safety to my friends and family while we are cycling or simply walking down the street. Speaking of guidelines, I have already taken the pledge with my family, and I have also started promoting OSC initiatives and messages through my social media by reposting or tagging the OSC in posts of me using the road safely. This is crucial because I'm encouraging my friends to also follow road safety, especially because they are not only pedestrians now, but are starting to become new drivers. I am also part of a military family, as my mom's in the Army, so it is a very close-knit community and spread all throughout Ottawa, so I'll continue to encourage the program to my military friends and family. In my local community, there is also several elementary schools that I can promote to once COVID is over. Furthermore, I can start to advocate for my charity to local government officials and explain what they can do to help my charity.
Hi, I'm Aslan. I'm a grade 10 student attending West Carleton. I first heard about the Door Youth Center from a friend who really enjoyed their services. So when I heard about the YPI project in my classroom, the Door was the first charity on my mind. Youth Philanthropy Initiative, I chose to pick a charity that specifically focuses on youth services in Ottawa, and the Door is the perfect fit. The Door, which first opened in 1994, was created after the founder visited the Door in New York, which is a prominent youth center located in New York City. Some of the services the Door provides include recreational activities such as basketball and ping pong, homework help, and healthy eating, among many more. They also provide essential items and basic services to those who need it, such as toothpaste and toothbrushes, floss, deodorant, and other services. One of the services that I found most interesting was them helping their members find a job and create their resume. As someone who recently went through the process of trying to find a job, I find this really impressive. The best way to support this wonderful organization is to donate and volunteer. I asked Malik myself. They also have posters on their website in both regular 8.5 by 11 inch and tabloid 11 by 17 inch, which are ready to print and spread the word. Gift cards also work as donations, as they are often used as prizes for the youth.
Hi everybody, I'm Kara Kaiserman. I'm a program supervisor at the CrossRoads Children's Mental Health Center. I would say one of the biggest challenges for CrossRoads throughout the pandemic has been the significant negative impact on children's mental health, as children have been learning virtually, isolated from each other, as parents and caregivers have experienced their own stress balancing financial hardship and all of the things that you guys are all living yourselves right now. I've gone 15, 16 months of this. So the need has skyrocketed while staff capacity, like we're bursting at the seams. So I think our biggest challenge has been to figure out creative ways to meet the increasing demand with the resources that we have.
Well, I mean, it's been, my name is Malik. I'm the executive director at the Door Youth Center. The biggest thing is reaching out to the youth. We used to go to schools. We're a small organization. We don't have the budget of advertising. Not too many people know us. Mind you, pre-pandemic, we would average 28 youth a night. And we used to go out and get the youth in. And at some point pre the pandemic, we were starting to have youth aging out. So we needed more youth to be aware of who we are. That was a big challenge when the pandemic hit. We couldn't do that. So we had to immediately turn into how could we outreach virtually? How could we do it through social media? There's so many things we were not even aware of. Who knew Zoom prior to the pandemic, really?
With Safety Council, we do cycle safe and walk safe programming in the schools, where we actually would have presenters going into the school. Road safety is still a big concern, even during a pandemic, even more so. You know, our crossing guards saw an increase in kids walking to school this year, which was great, side effect, but also a huge increase in traffic. You know, there's more people out using the roads. There's been an increase in speeding and stunt driving on our roads.
I don't really have any questions, but I just wanted to say congratulations to the other contestants, Aslan, Kian, and Jenna. You guys were all great. Thank you to the representatives of the charities that also came out, as well as the YPI who organized the event.
I want to thank the 4 presenters today for your work that got you here, your passion and your commitment to service that will serve you and us well as you go forward. We heard about 4 very impactful charities today from Jenna, Aslan, Kian, and Toby in a very articulate and well-informed way. Unfortunately, we can only have 1 presentation of a donation to a charity. And I don't know if I'm supposed to make a drum roll sound or something. But today, the judges, oh, there we go. You know, and I think I said this to you, Mr. Montagnier, last time. I wish you were more enthusiastic. But here we go. We are going to be presenting the check to, here we go, CrossRoads. Congratulations, Toby. So, Mr. Montagnier, at this point, I can see the check here, and it is being passed.
Toby, are you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready. Yeah.
How are you doing that?
Grab it.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
and then we're going to flip it, and we're going to pass it to your charity.
Okay.
Congratulations.
Yeah, I think this is where we need a hologram or something. Next time. Yeah. So anyway, Toby, let me offer my congratulations. The judges had to deliberate significantly, which contributed a little bit to some silence on the screen for you as you waited, all 4 of you. But it was because it was truly a deliberation. You gave us all a run for our money because very much, you know, charged not only with the work, but the value of the charities that you presented here today. I really want to encourage you to continue, all, Toby, yourself, as well as the rest of our participants today, with your civic leadership, because at the end of the day, it is your kindness and it is your commitment and it is your investment in your community that matters. One of the things we know is that over this COVID time and time of separation from our communities, we have really realized how much community matters. And at the end of the day, the outings and the shopping and the parties and all of those things have fallen away and left us with really understanding what is important. And I congratulate all 4 of you with the courage, the vision, and the commitment to bringing forward this kind of work, not just in a presentation, but also in the actual investments you have already made. So congratulations, and congratulations to your teachers, because again, you know, I like the expression, I heard it from a 14-year-old in a presentation she made a few years ago. Good teachers show you where to look, but not what to see. And your teachers certainly have done that, and you have picked up the mantle. So congratulations to your teachers for setting this groundwork as well. And thank you very much for having me.
I would like to thank Mr. Mountain, Mr. Elliott, Mr. Kelly, Ms. Waddy, and Ms. Daly for encouraging and motivating their students throughout their YPI experience. And to all of the grade 10 students who worked so hard on YPI in their classroom and community this year. Through your effort and your presentations, you have set an example to each other about how to meaningfully and critically engage with the issues around you.
I would also like to take a moment to recognize Ahmed El-Hamad and the amount of work he has put in as our student coordinator this year. A huge round of applause. For all of you who attended, probably got at least 1, if not 14 emails from Ahmed, which just goes to show how much work goes in as a student leader, and really how this program builds into the awesome entity and the awesome event that it becomes. I urge you all to stay involved with charities and have that you've represented as part of YPI. Keep raising awareness, keep breaking stigma, keep challenging yourself, and keep volunteering in ways that are meaningful in your community.